Greetings. I am Taven of a Mind Transformed, and this is Man Up for Your Journey. Have you ever had those moments in life where you figured life would be better without you in it? That you've had an event or a situation that's just so bad that you wanted to give up? And not just give up and not do anything or give up on a job or a relationship, but you wanted to give up. You figured the best plan of action to end the pain or the anguish that you were going through at the time was to just cease to exist. First Kings 18 and 19 tell us the story of Elijah. And Elijah has this great moment with God. He challenges the prophets of Baal as that false religion was going on with the children of Israel and taking away a lot of people to worship Baal versus worshiping God. As the Bible kind of say, the people were being captive to another God. And so Elijah, on God's behalf, challenges the prophets, and he has an offering, and he tells the people to dig a trench around the offering, and then he tells them 3 times to pour gallons of water on this offering. They poured so much water on it that eventually the water filled the trench. The offering was soaked, and the water filled the trench around it. And when he prayed, God sent fire from heaven that still burnt up the offering. And the Bible, in this vivid imagery, paints a picture, says the fire licked up or lapped up the water. You would think that if something was that wet, fire wouldn't have any impact on it. And yet the deck was stacked against God tremendously. But that was a little thing, for there's nothing that's too hard for God. After this, Elijah has the prophets of Baal seized and he kills them. Well, King Ahab was there. He went back and he tells Jezebel. Jezebel sends a message to Elijah and says, May God do the same to me and even more so if I don't make your life like theirs by this time tomorrow. Elijah frees. He flees. He runs when he gets the message. He finds himself under a tree and he says to himself, he says basically as he's talking to God, please kill me. That's what he's saying. You can end my life. It's better that way. It's possible to have a great encounter with God, to see miracles performed, and still have something in life that's so devastating to our psyche, to our mental well being, that we'll say, it's better if I die. The thing that Elijah did that really turned it around for him is even in the midst of this, he still sought God. He still prayed and talked to God. And God gave him strategy to what to do and the next steps to see God move in his life, to let him know that he was protected. God was still going to provide. Hebrews 11 and 6 tells us that without faith it's impossible to please God. For the one who comes to God must believe that he exists and that he proves to be one who rewards those who seek him. Another version, another translation says, he rewards those who diligently seek him. What Elijah did in his depression, in his lowest moments, he still sought God. And God guided him out of that darkness back to the light, letting him know his life still had meaning. He still had purpose. God gave him strategy. What are we going to diligently seek when we get to those moments of depression? We get to those moments of doubt. Are we going to seek our feelings? Are we going to seek to validate that how we feel is right, that our life is over, it's not what we thought it would be, there's no point in continuing on? Or are we going to have enough faith to seek God, knowing that if we seek him, he will reward us for it, that he can guide us out of those dark places, guide us out of those mental dungeons and those mental prisons in which we will put ourselves to the light, guide us to something better. Mental health is a real thing, and depression is a real thing. But those of us who have a relationship with God or who will seek God, are we going to seek him even past our feelings? Just because we can agree with ourselves and we think we're right doesn't mean God agrees with us, nor is he co-signing that. Elijah wanted to die, and yet he still sought God, and God still showed him he had purpose and things for him, and he was guided out of that darkness. We must have faith that he rewards those who diligently seek him. In those dark moments, in those tough moments, in those hard moments, when everything feels like it's stacked against you, when the deck is completely against you, seek God. He rewards those who do so. And no matter how dark it may seem, God can always guide us back to the light. Oh, that's all I have for you today. Again, I am Taven of a Mind Transformed. This has been Manna for your journey. Be blessed.